Pilates practice, all you'll need is one ball prop. If you don't have a ball prop, that's okay. You can go without. It will just make it a little spicier. Today's class is going to focus predominantly all on the core, all of the torso region and everything that's contained in this area. So grab your prop and let's get started. We're going to begin laying down on our backs. So taking a moment to lay down on your back, feet can plant on the earth about hip width apart. And we'll begin with a few windscreen wipes. I've got my little fur friend Billy here with me today. Hope you've got your fur friends with you. And just taking a generous windscreen wipe side to side, massaging through your hips and your lumbar spine. Beautiful. Then we're going to bring our ball into our hands and up to the sky in line with our shoulders, plugging through the back of the head, the shoulders and the hips onto the mat. We're going to float one leg into tabletop position, kneecaps in line with your hip and the toe points forwards, and then lowering back down. And then floating the other leg into tabletop and lowering back down. And right away you want to focus on trying to keep the hips as steady and centered as possible. So exhaling to lift one leg up to tabletop and inhale to lower. Beautiful. Now what I'm about to offer in this sequence is a layered approach. So please take the layer that feels good for your body today and leave what doesn't. Nice. So you can stick with this, or next layer, bring the ball to press against one thigh and push the ball against the thigh, resist, and then return. Resist the ball against the other thigh and return. By the pressing more with your hands and your thigh against the ball, you're going to feel this charge and this tightness through your torso. Beautiful. Now you can stick with this option right here, or taking it further still, next time float both legs into tabletop, smooshing the ball against both thighs, lower one toe down and lift back up. Smoosh against the other thigh and tap and lift. This is going to supercharge it a lot more. Ooh. Nice. We're just going for another 10 seconds here. So smooshing the ball against the thigh as you take a leg away and lift back up, or lift and lower. Nice. I'm already feeling some heat in my torso. Everything's nice and tight and engaged. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Place the ball against your right thigh and then rest your left foot onto the earth. We're going to kick and extend your right leg up to the ceiling and hold it there. From there, we're going to roll the ball up our right leg all the way up to the toes and then roll all the way back down. You can always bend the knee at the base, otherwise keep it straight, rolling up towards the toes and then rolling back down. Of course, you can keep the head lowered on the ground, otherwise adding a little ab curl, looking and lifting your upper chest, seeking to lift your sternum up to the sky and return. Nice. Next time you lift, hold at the top. Can you try to pulse the ball against the thigh for 3, 2, 1 and lower return. Nice. So lifting up, resisting with your thigh as you pulse for 3, 2, 1 and then lower return. 3 more like that. And then lower back down. 2 more, lifting up. Pulse 3, 2, 1 and lower back down. 1 more time, lifting all the way up. 3 pulses. And then lowering back down. Fantastic. Changing legs. Let's go to our left leg. Here we go. Rolling up the left thigh. We pulse 3, 2, 1 and then lowering back down. Repeat. Rolling up. Pulsing 3, 2, 1. What do you reckon, Bill? And lower back down. 3, 2, 1 and then lowering back down. Finding that active resistance against your thighs and then lowering back down. 2 more. and lowering back down. Last one. And lowering back down. Nice. Now, because you're feeling fancy, could you lift both legs up to the sky? You can flex or point the toes, whatever feels best. We're going to roll up. Pulse the ball. 3, 2, 1. And then lowering back down. Rolling up. Pulse. 3, 2, 1. And lower back down. Know that you can always go back to a single leg. Rolling up. And pulse. 3, 2, 1. And then lowering back down. 2 more. Rolling up. Pulse. 3, 2, 1. Lower back down. Last one like this. This time stay up there. Can we pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo, and lower back down. Nice. Lower the feet down onto the earth. You can have your knees bent or maybe your legs are extended. Coming into full roll-ups, ball held up to the sky. You can use as much or as little momentum as you need. When you're ready, we reach the ball in front, tucking your chin to chest and slowly lifting all the way up. I always find the first the hardest. Maybe how to reach for your toes, sitting up nice and tall, and then controlling the spine down again. We exhale to roll up, chin to chest, doming and rounding the spine as you reach forward for the toes. Lengthen at the very top, and then slowly contract and roll all the way back down again. Exhale to tuck. Rolling up with as little momentum as possible and reaching forward. Then coming up and rolling back down. 2 more only. And reach. And then rolling back down. Last time. Reach. And then rolling back down. Come to sit all the way up right now, rolling all the way up. Nice, staying up at the top, holding it up here. I'm going to come into a half roll down now. Hold it down halfway and bend your knees again. From here, we're going to lift one thigh and tap the ball against your shin, similar to what we did before, and lower. Tap and lower. Tap and lower. Tap and lower. See if you can create a little active resistance against the ball and lower. Tap and lower. This is another layered exercise. If you wish to make it a little bit trickier, maybe next time float both legs to tabletop, one toe lowers and lifts. Ooh, quite spicy now. And lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Good. You've got another 4. Go for another 3. Last 2. Last 1. Excellent. Good. Could you lower both toes down and lift both legs up? Just 4 more like that. Both toes down and up. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And lower back down. Fantastic. Remember that sequence for a bit later on, okay? We're going to come and turn over to your left-hand side. I'm going to face you and bringing your left hand down onto the earth. If it feels too much in the hand, you can always come down onto your forearm. Your knees are going to start bent and we're going to just lift the hips and rainbow the top right arm overhead and then lower back down. Notice I'm more on a slight diagonal line with my arm or out from my shoulder. This creates a little bit more support from the shoulder. Keeping the shoulder away from your ear, and you want to feel the shoulder hug underneath your armpit. Lifting up and lowering down. Lifting up and lowering down. We're now starting to work into our waist a little firmer. Up and down. Up and down. You've got 4 more. Up and down. Then we're going to come into a modified side plank. Last 3 and down. Last 2 and down. Lifting all the way up. Hold it up there. Perhaps bring your left knee more underneath you and extend your right leg long. creating this nice long diagonal line through the top body. Nice, hips stay anchored facing forward. We're going to lower the right hand down to the floor or wrap around to your left hip and then reaching up to the sky. Wrap and lift. Wrap and lift. This is another layered exercise. Stick with what feels good. And lift. If you want to go for the second layer, when you next lift the arm up, float and hover your left knee and lower it back down. Wrap and lift, floating your left knee and back down. Wrap and lift, floating your left knee and down. Last option, if you wish, instead arch the arm overhead and find a full side plank with your left foot behind you. Instead of wrapping, you're going to go elbow to knee and then lower the foot and extend. Elbow to knee and extend. Whatever choice you've made, go for another 10 seconds here. And extend. Choosing your option, feeling the heat build. Lovely. In 5, we're going to pulse. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulsing options. Maybe it's a pulse in the wrap. Maybe it's a pulse of the knee. Or it's the pulse of the elbow to knee. Your choice. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Opening out and then lowering the hips back down. Whew, little roll of the shoulder. We're going to come onto our hips again. This time, working even more deeply into the core and our obliques, placing the ball more towards your sacrum. Hands are coming out long in front of you. Know that you can hold the thighs for extra support. We're going to press out just our lowest part of our back into the ball and then lift back up. Inhale to round. Exhale to lift. Inhale to round. Exhale to lift. Inhale to round. Exhale to lift. The further down your back the ball is, the stronger this will feel. It might mean you don't lift as high. The further up or further down towards your hips, the kinder this will feel. All right, next time you go down, pull one elbow back and then return up tall. The following time, pull the other elbow back and return. Like a little bow and arrow and return. You might like to reach the opposite fingertips further forward, like you're stretching up the line between your elbow and opposite fingers. Oh, my ball's doing a runner. And return. Let's go 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Nice. Now stay in your half roll down. Keep the pressure on the ball and just twist side to side. One elbow back and forward, then the other. And change. And change. Feel that full rotation of your torso facing either side of the room. Let's go for another 8, 7, last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Coming out of that shape. We're going to move the ball now more between your shoulder blades. So placing the ball more or less between your shoulder blades, keeping your knees bent with your feet on the floor, or extra spicy, legs extended, your choice. Hands can interlace behind your head and let your head rest heavy in your hands. Elbows wide, so you're fully supporting your head and neck and feeling your core and your arms hold you up. From here, we're going to expand through the chest and lower the head down. Breath in. Exhale, contract in. Expand, lower the head down. And exhale, contracting in. So allow the ribs to expand and spill open. And exhale, contract in. Expand. And exhale, contract. Feeling more of the upper abdominal area. I always find the balls make very interesting sound effects. I promise to you, whatever you're hearing, it is the ball. And your breath, preferably coming through the face holes. Nice. Now, if you want to take this further, next time you curl, hands can maybe reach in front and see if you can lift a little and lower. So try to aerate the ball. Lower and lift, then try to lift off the ball and lower. So it's just a micro moment of feeling like you want to aerate the ball. Lower, lift and lower. Now that hands extending in front of you is a much more supportive option. If you want to make it extra spicy, keep the hands behind your head. Not easy. In 4, we're going to continue to try to aerate that ball. 3, 2, last one. All right, try to aerate the ball continuously, just for 8, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work. Maybe you expand the belly and the ribs. Oh boy, we're going to feel this tomorrow, that's for sure. All right, let's come up. I'm going to pivot the other way so I can see you. We're going to end up sitting onto your right hip with your right hand down. Left hand has the ball, ready to work our side waist. So from here, left hand is holding the ball. We're going to lift the hips and arch overhead and then lower the hips down. Lifting the hips, arch overhead and then lowering back down. Working through your waist, trying to create as much space between your hip and the ground beneath you, and then lowering back down. We want to feel nice and lifted out of your right shoulder and feel the sense of hugging underneath the armpit. So hugging your shoulder blade underneath, that'll create a lot more support and stability. Lovely. Let's just go for 3 more. Heating up through our side. Last 2. Next time you lift, perhaps walk your right knee underneath you and extend your left leg long. Reaching your left arm to the sky, breath in. Exhale, wrap or tap the ground. Opening the chest to the sky and then wrap or tap. Keeping your hips facing the side of the room and seek to just rotate your torso. There's this sense of feeling like the ribs drawing into the center line as you wrap. Open, inhale. Exhale, wrap. Open, breath in. Exhale, wrap. Now you can stay with this or second layer, add the right knee, lift and lower and then wrap. Lots spicier. There's a bit more engagement through your shoulder and all through your right side body. If you want the spiciest, you bring elbow to knee, step to full plank. Elbow to knee and to full plank. So landing the foot behind. And out. Let's just go for 4 more wherever you are. In 3, we pulse. Your strongest option, whether it's the thread, the knee lift and lower, or elbow to knee. Ready? Here we go. And pulse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. All right, coming back down. We've got last little sequence, and the good news is you've kind of done it before, but we're going to turn it into a combo. So it's a little bit of a circular sort of feeling. We're going to do 4 in each direction. So just trust me on this. We're going to start with our right leg up against the ball. Right leg up against the ball. From here, 2 tap changes. We might lower and lift, 2, lower and lift 1, or tap, change, hold. Now, can you keep the right leg lifted and roll down the leg? Nice. Now at the base, 2 changes of the legs. Change. Now roll up the right leg and repeat. Change. Roll down the right leg. Change. Roll up the right leg. 2 more on this side. Change. Roll down the right leg. Change. Roll up the right leg. Whoo, that's spicy. Change. Roll down the right leg. And change. Roll up the right leg. Okay, let's do the left side. So shifting over to the left leg as your lead, 4 in this direction. Here we go. And change. Go down the left leg. And change. Going up the left leg. And change. Going down. Change. Going up. 2 more. Come on, you've got it. Change. And down. And change. And up. The more you smush the ball against the shin, the stronger it's going to be. Lower down. Change. Coming up. 1 more like this. Change. Lowering down. And change. Going up. Whoo! All right. Do not hate me. This is our final challenge, our final 4 moves. We're going to seek to do double legs. So your double legs can either tap and lower, okay, and then lower down with the legs staying down, tap and lower at the base with your legs down rolling up. Otherwise, keep it pressed against your thighs as you lower and lift. The first 2 I'll do modified, the second 2 I'll do advanced, okay? So just follow what feels right for you, otherwise you can follow me. So here we go, 4 rounds, we've got this. Tap the ball twice with 2 legs. Tap 1, tap 2, lower the feet, roll the spine down. Nice, tap the ball with your thighs twice. Tap 1, tap 2, lower the feet down, roll the spine back up. That's round 1, here we go. Tap 1, tap 2, and roll the spine down. Tap 1, tap 2, and roll the spine up. Last 2, if you want extra spicy, tap, and then hold the lift, roll the ball down. Lower the thighs and lift 2, and 1, keep the ball against the thighs, roll up. Last one, tap, and roll down. And tap, and roll up. Excellent. Whew. We did it. All right, let's stretch out through our abs. So swivel around onto your tummies and your body will thank you for this. Beautiful. Coming up onto your forearms into a Sphinx pose, and I want you to pull up through your belly button. So belly button lifts and feel the stretch of your abs. If you like, you can press the arms straight and feel a little bit more that way. Whew. Good. Lowering the torso down, we're going to lift back up one more time. Maybe your hands come a little closer and press and lift. You guys did amazing. I hope that felt good in your torso, in your core. Core being one of these elusive terms that accompanies so many muscles. It's basically your whole trunk region, a whole powerhouse. Nice. Coming back towards a child's pose, sitting your bottom back towards your heels and lengthen your spine. Whew. Lovely, sitting up nice and tall. And then bringing your right hand next to your hip, reach your left arm overhead. You might even like to sit your hips to the left, stretching out through your obliques and your sideways. Lovely, changing sides, left hand down, sit the hips over to the right if that feels good. Woo. And then reaching the right arm overhead. Gorgeous. And if there are any other stretches you would like to do to end your practice with me today, please feel welcome. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that felt good for your powerhouse, your centered core, and I look forward to sharing more movement with you next time. See you next time. Bye.